I just drank so much today
I
just need to be done.
I just told Mom, I was like, don't bring it near me, I'll throw it at you. But I'm not doing it. I won't drink it. I'm like, it's outrageous that you think I'm going to drink anymore. Alright. I got to play a very consistent game, 2 games of Magic. And hope that I don't have to play 3. Because I don't know that that's within me anymore. It's so cold! This basement's at least as finished as my basement. Be a little bit more even. Well, Ben, good luck, sir.
I'm just making sure we've got
Actual footage.
Yeah, 'cause I bumped it. And then
We're just down here playing and being like, yeah, camera. Oh, wait, nothing.
I mean, it's all.
Beating Dredge, man. Nice. How did you win game? Did you get to game 3 or was it just game 2?
We played 3 games.
I put it properly. I think I did. Let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, I decided it properly. Well, congratulations also on the buying the house, man.
Thanks, man.
So, when does that... Did you already buy it, or is it going through?
What's that? I'm sorry.
Did you already purchase it, or is the...
Well,
is it going through?
we made an offer. They accepted our offer. I have my inspection on Monday,
Okay.
and then we'll get an appraisal, and then
everything to make sure
so it's all the it's all the formalities, barring anything really abnormal going on with the house.
Yeah, house inspected. There are 1,000 termites. The walls are hollow.
It's not that kind of case.
Yeah, I would hope not. You know, when we did ours, there was a few little things. They just fixed a couple $100 worth of stuff for us, which was worthwhile.
Yeah,
those inspections I think are worth it in the long run.
They are.
I mean, just in case somebody is trying to pull a fast one. But yeah, I love this. This is absolutely beautiful.
I'm in love with it. I wish I had taken better care of it.
I was gonna say,
that
was this
actually
on there?
This was Jaeger from a TSI.
Oh well, I mean then it's a story.
Yeah, this is some ink pen stuff that was my fault.
That's not bad though. This kind of looks at least like it's
right,
part of it.
Right.
Well, and you could just be like, oh, this is the sunset, and this is. You could just fluff it.
Right.
I'd just be like, yeah, he threw some sentimental value ketchup on there while he was drawing it. Yeah.
No, I'm in love with.
Yeah, no, this is $200. That's pretty crazy because the only time I asked about getting one of these done, he asked for way more. Like, I mean, a lot more.
Yeah, I guess
he asked for like 400 when I asked about doing the full matter.
I guess he did 2. It might have been 300, but I think it was 200. I guess he did 2 black and white ones and like 2 grayscale ones and 5 color ones.
I'm thinking that the grayscale one like this might be almost prettier. I mean, you can see
the
line.
It is. I've seen the other one.
Mm-hmm.
And then the color one, he also has like mass printed color ones.
Yeah. So he hand drew this and then did they print that on there after the fact?
Yeah.
That's pretty neat.
The hand drawn color one looks very similar to the printed color one. Like, this is much sharper.
When he colored, did he take watercolor and dab it in?
I don't know. I wasn't there.
Yeah, because he was a watercolor.
I did see he did have one of the hand colored ones.
I'm surprised how many watercolor artists there really were in Magic's early history. It was like half of the people that did art were watercolor artists.
Or mixed mediums even.
Yeah, like watercolor is difficult to paint.
It's difficult to do at a high level, sure.
And I was going to say, these are compressed little itty bitty pictures.
Yeah, they're like 9x9s.
Yeah, so it's like, well, and you know, the reason for that is he was like, I didn't have enough time to paint a big painting, and I wouldn't. And he was like, and I wouldn't have painted anything big for them when I started. He's like, it wasn't worth my time as an artist. I didn't think to paint big paintings.
I thought it had to do with their scan rate. They needed it to fit inside of a certain rate. That's what Jasper Murphy said.
You know,
he said he was the director, and he said he told us that all the paintings had to be small and had to be certain parameters. That there's some of the alpha arts what's on the card isn't even the full image because the image
Yep.
wasn't square.
They couldn't do all of them that way, but a lot of the artists will also.
Yeah.
If you talk to a lot of the early, and I'm friends with just about every early artist, a lot of them, and like Teresa Nielsen will be like, yeah, like they cut like pieces of my art off. So I mean, I think that they did that
Yeah.
to some degree, but a lot of them, like Dan Fraser, was just like, I wouldn't have drawn like really big pictures because it just wasn't worth my time. He's like, they weren't paying me anywhere near enough.
Right.
That's the reason the mocks and all have that goofy background. He was like, it was
was
super
a- it
easy
was
for
a
me to
paper.
duplicate. Yeah, he was like, it was super easy for me to like duplicate and like put that together. And he's like, and I didn't want to paint like a whole background. He was like, it would have been annoying. He was like, so I just didn't do it. All right, you were higher seed. Were you higher seed than me? Or no, you were 7th place. So I think
I
I'm
was
on the
7.
play. Yeah, so I was in 4th place. So I'm on the play, or 5th place. So I'm on the play. Good luck to you, sir.
You too, man.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh boy. I have no idea what this does. Would have been sweet. There you go, sir.
What do you call your deck?
Menor.
That's
Just
okay.
Menor
That's what I
Blue
wrote
Moon.
down. So like, it was like, but when we played, there wasn't an actual Menor, but like all the mana was there. That it's clearly it's in the deck.
Yep.
But I didn't know if that deck has picked up a name yet.
It's like Blue Moon, Menor. I just call it like blue, white, red, good stuff,
Right.
basically.
How's your 6?
Number 5. So far, they've been lackluster in terms of mana. Which is
That's what it was last time. I was actually almost grateful that he was Dredge. Because I'm on the draw against Dredge. My 7 was mediocre.
Yeah.
My 6 was like... My 6 was like fine against any non-Dredge deck. My 5 was like 2 monsters, 1 land. You know, force will, not another blue card kind of thing. And then like 4 had no mana, 3 had no mana, I kept 2.
I'm gonna keep that on top, keep my 5, and end my turn. You're up.
Wow. Alright.
Attention. So, definitely some interesting stuff. Okay. Are all your duels from beta now?
I have the underground coming,
Okay.
so it didn't arrive in time. It should have arrived in time, but it got held up in
Did
the
you
mail
pick up
this
the
week.
duels just for that deck?
This and my old school
That's
deck,
old school.
so
Okay.
I only have 3 tropical islands, and I was gonna get a 4th, but now I'm thinking I might want a 3rd Taiga instead of the 4th prop, because I want to add a 4th Shivan Dragon.
Old school, okay.
But I also have a basic forest in there in that spot right now,
Okay.
and like the basic forest is really good.
Yeah, like overperforms.
Yeah,
Basic.
so like it's awkward because like now I kind of don't want to cut it.
Mhm.
Clearing.
Control.
Mm-hmm.
Touch. Two will grab volcanic, but not as pretty. There you go. Celestial me. 6 cards. You're up. Yep. Spirit. You got 5 cards at that point?
Yep.
I gotta try to force that. 16. Okay.
Go ahead.
Check with deep draw. One.
19.
18.
18. Yeah, yeah. Oh, thank you.
Yep.
I didn't even notice that was there. I always forget.
Play once.
Sure.
Play land.
Sure,
What do you have?
fun.
You have 5?
High five.
Snapcaster.
Yeah, it's fine.
Flashback Ancestor Recall target me. Sure. Ancestral is exiled. You're up.
2 left, right?
2 cards.
Draw.
Open. Sick. Getting the blowouts.
Oh, I always want to do damage to myself for that.
Nope, not City of Brass. Health is very good.
Your turn.
Alright, so now we just need to find a way to not be dead. That would be ideal. That sounds hard. So, well, I know what your deck has in it. We could always hope to get lucky.
Things could go right.
And hope you're not be dead. I mean, I guess that could be a plan, right?
It is not the worst plan.
Pyromancer?
Sure.
Preordained triggers?
Yeah.
Face down token if that's the thing.
Sure,
Put
yeah,
dice on
perfect.
it. Preordained results. Top, bottom, draw.
Mm-hmm.
Play fetch and fetch. 15. Tundra. Another preordained trigger.
Sure. Open up that,
Bottom, draw. For you, down to 14.
14.
You're up, sir. Alright, out. It can be Emrakul, or it could be on the very bottom of the deck. Both of them, that would be great. And an upside down mental misstep. There you go.
Could be Emrakul. It's like
Or it
a
could be in your
reasonable.
hand.
There's a reasonable chance that it is Emrakul. It has almost been Emrakul every time that
Not
I
today.
wanted it to not be Emrakul. So,
Well, I don't think we're going to be taking another turn. We're not the good guys today. Yeah, it is about shit.
Yep.
still not cute.
Sure.
We got like 6 volts.
Oh,
You don't take any damage, not city.
oh, I'm vampire.
Okay, from Vamp. Okay, sure.
Yeah.
12, yeah. Vamp, you got it.
I'm just gonna put time on top.
Okay.
And draw some cards.
That seems pretty solid.
I mean, I could theoretically not draw mana in 7 sources. I mean, it's super awkward.
If you drew 7 not mana cards, I'd probably shat my pants.
Right. It was gonna happen
I
anyway.
still don't
it
think
was
that I
me.
can kill you even around that then, because then it's just like you just
I
don't
think
do
it's still
anything.
fine.
Alright, Doug. No mana sources. 7 card. Let's do this.
Draw this.
Sure. Solved. There we go. Alright. Well, we gave it our best
I still
attempt.
have 2 fetchable lands, so even if I trigger there. 4, 7.
Yep. That is land. That is mana.
Time off.
That's good.
What do we discard?
Sure.
Got a time lock turn?
You get it.
Yeah, because they just opened him up, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm pretty fucking wasted still. Choose to not trigger oath.
Okay.
Is that right? Is that what I want to do? Hold on. Yeah, choose to not trigger oath. Just draw.
Okay. You go to 8, you go to 12.
You got a 19?
What was it, 19?
Or I didn't. I took it here, so I got a 12.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Sorry, that's
It's okay.
my bad. You had an 8 though. That's what
Yep.
I was worried about.
Yep. I'm at 8, and you're at 12. You got it.
Oh, I needed
He
to
connects.
trigger oath. That was awkward. Two, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One card. You still can't kill me. Or at least that's what I think.
I hope so. That's a pretty solid card.
Yeah, I like that. Draw.
Sure. Sure.
Oh, okay. That makes it easy.
Yep.
Give me a token. Tutor's good.
Yep. Assuming we're grabbing Will. Okay. I'll try and look at your discard pile
Yeah,
real quick.
there's time walk in there.
So you got Time Walk, Many Moxen, Lotus. Sure thing, you got it. Big game. Game 2. It's okay. Those away. Taking those off. Raise up the life totals. Oh, bam.
I don't think it should be on. Alright, well, at least I know what you're doing too. Not that it helps because you have a lot of stuff.
I'm gonna try. You're doing all the stuff over there though. Crystal Brand and Emmercools and who knows, maybe you'll be casting Emmercool. Could
I
happen.
don't know.
I think I've had it cast against me like maybe like a handful of times in Vintage, like maybe once or twice. I mean when things have like
I've casted an abnormal amount of times with this deck, and it was my out earlier in the mirror. I was real close.
nice. I was gonna say, I mean sometimes you just hit like a bunch of Moxen Academy and are just like, huh, randomly cast this? And they're like, alright, yeah, dude. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. little bit difficult, but we'll have to make it work somehow. This might actually be somewhere in there. I'm not sure what that card actually is. I actually just don't like this card in this version. Yeah, we're actually just gonna go having two saving. Very fun situation. So a tough game. Tough one to win.
So, for some reason, these are no longer on camera.
Oh, they're probably supposed to be on this side of the line rather than
Mm.
back behind it.
Yeah. It's on
Thank
delay,
you.
so I can't tell if that worked or not.
It will.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
This is on.
Yeah, it's like almost a minute or a minute and a half, something like that. It was really long.
We have,
Hold on, let's see if I can draw better these games.
we have a whole 8 viewers.
It's alright.
We have a whole
Those
8
eight,
viewers.
those 8 people matter.
Oh, they do. We're the best part of their Saturday night
Oh.
life.
Wait. Total views 4,000 now. So a lot of people pop in and out.
4,000 altogether. That's kind of insane. We had 4,000. We're like almost as popular as like a D-rated Mexican show.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I would probably rather watch that.
A lot of those were probably bots. Just
Hey, what is this chat? Oh, the computer got sad and left.
yeah.
Wow, that's saying something. We can't even keep the computer entertained. Wow.
We failed the Turing test.
Well, this is how it went last time, and I was able to
I
sneak
need
away
to
with
look
games
at
too.
one last thing.
Nope, not allowed.
There was no sneaking away with games 2 and 3 last round because I guess Ben over here. That's for damn sure. Alright, yours just got up a hair more. Somebody must have moved though. Slide it back here.
It's not right, but it's close.
Mine is only so good. I'm giving it the all over here. Hopefully I learned some things from what I thought potentially went
I know
wrong.
what I'm missing. Hold on one second.
You've made it like every year here, haven't you, Kevin?
Just the last two.
Oh, okay. Oh, you topped it the year before, too.
Yeah.
Oh. Have you been
This is
getting...
my second one here.
Yeah. Have you been getting any regular vintage? Do you play with anybody? No.
Just Rick.
Yeah, okay. That's not bad. Me and Kyle will get together like a night or two a week and test. It's going to be a little different, though. He's about to go back to college.
Yeah.
So that'll cut into the old testing time a little bit.
For a while we were getting testing in every week. And then not the last few months.
Was Rick playing like Rick decks?
We actually made up a gauntlet to go through.
Okay, well that's solid. I was gonna say some Rick decks can be some crazy decks.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll
Like
play.
that
Good luck to
blue-
you, Ben.
That blue white that he was playing today was pretty weird too. Or well, aspect. When was the last time you saw him treat the Angels like a good deck?
True death. I'll keep.
I'll keep.
Look. Library.
It's pretty good. Go ahead.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
Throw an extra card library. Thunder. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're up.
I gotta learn if that card is not mana confluence.
That would be pretty awesome.
That's how I play it every time.
And you just like die by 1 and they're like, oh hey, look, I dealt 5 to myself with Forbidden Orchard. No. No, no, no. No. No Oath of Druids. I don't like you. Yeah, it's and step where it, or sorry, tear it. Where is the artifact side? So if you misplay this card, I don't know what the hell the 2 sides of this card do. I'm gonna attempt to tear that. 6 cards.
Six cards?
6 cards, yep. Of course. Catching force. Okay. Force. You got it, it's countered.
Still your turn.
Oh, that was end step. So then it's my turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sure.
so still goes to your turn.
Yep. 6,
Sorry.
7. We got it.
There we go.
Let's see here. Fetch. So 19 at 19. Okay.
Sure.
You have 3 cards?
Yeah.
Cuts. Two. Snapcaster Mage.
Sure.
So third turn. Hit the earth. Move to combat step. Play for 18.
How many does that leave you with?
5 cards.
Library is so hard to beat.
Here you go.
Draw. Go ahead.
Draw. Celestial me. 1, 2, 3. Eight.
I had so many of these games today where like I just faced a turn on library and I just didn't could never catch up.
Ready?
Sure.
Bottom draw. Island for turn. Draw extra card library.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 7. Got 6 cards. Craft Digger's Cage.
Okay.
Go to combat. 3.
50.
Priority.
Sure.
Top. Bottom. Draw.
This is
You're
why
up,
I
sir.
stopped playing the shops, to be perfectly honest. When you're like in a shop situation where you fall a little behind,
Alright, this card
and
just
your
like buries
opponent
you.
just starts drawing like through
You're
cards
just
like
like,
that, and you're just sitting there like helpless.
Well, like
Like,
by
this
force
deck
all
of-
those cards, like it kind of went back to the day, like the heyday when we
Yeah.
were playing like Smash and things like that. And you're just like, it's just like play my card, blow up 2 or 3 your artifact, you're out of the game. Like I can just now actually cast. The other thing is like Shops is like severely neutered. 'Cause it's not really a prison deck anymore. It's just the best aggro deck in Vintage.
Yep.
It plays 2/2s and 4/4s for like 1 mana, and it's like shits on your day basically. We actually tested a version of that deck that was like just precursors, bazaars, and the hollow one, and we're just like vomit things onto the board and kill you. Sure.
Yeah.
That sounds like an interesting build.
1, 2.
This is fucking brutal. He's drawing like 7 or 8 more cards than me this game at least. And then, you know,
My match
I can never
against the
catch
two
up
of you
against
was like a
this.
complete opposite.
this is what. This isn't like earlier. It was the opposite. Like I had like very strong hands and like couldn't get mana. Like I had a decent opener. It wasn't great, but like
3. Monster emitter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here.
Everybody but one person that I played today, I think, made it into the top 8.
I'm just drawing all that. I have a handful of lands and a Yawgmoth's Will. It's alright. Well, it isn't going anywhere.
Yeah. We are not making traction,
We are.
as we say, guys.
I will never even get to play all of the lands that are currently in my hand. I'll be casting 0 spells the rest of this game. We're solving less than that.
So the all-star card of my sideboard has definitely been Wear Tear, which I wasn't playing, and then Solly was like, play this card. And I was like...
I mean, you've had it like you've had like that, and like even earlier, like every time you had it, like you were able to like recur it and like
Yeah, replay.
always like have value out of it. It was just like so much. But earlier, like I was fine, like and with my hands were kind of mediocre earlier.
Yeah.
You didn't do anything like that. Like that was like.
Oh, I mean, yeah, like
turn
library.
turn one unchecked library is gonna usually win a game of Magic.
Yeah, I was gonna say, the library is probably like one of the cards that I like don't ever see coming off the restricted list. It's just too powerful.
There's every once in a while where some idiot
Well,
wants to talk
and you can
about
just
that.
like, well, I mean, the fact that you can just stack them and that they don't check either. It's just like I'm just gonna draw extra bunches of cards. I played it in that lands like build I had with Thespian Stage because sometimes you would just like the value plan was just copy it and just be like, I'm just gonna ancestral recall myself every single turn until I make Dark Depths, and I'm just gonna do it again and again and again.
It's like stupid.
That's how I beat
Yeah,
Dredge the
so-
one time. I was like, I'm just
The
gonna
card
draw.
is so ungodly powerful.
Yeah, it's a little rude for
like,
sure.
I had it earlier against my opponent had turn 1 Jace, and I went turn 1 Library, and I came very close to winning that game. Like, he had Jace on the board from turn 1, and Library was strong enough that like it kept me in the game against a turn 1 Jace that I never found an answer to. He's just
Jace the Mind
unreal.
Sculptor.
Yeah. So he has turn 1 Mind Sculptor, and I have turn 1 Library, and Library kept up with Jace, or at least kept me in a game against turn 1 Jace that I couldn't answer. It was like, wow.
And you won that game?
No, I ended up losing it, but I lost it. Like, it went long.
So, I mean, it was just like, you just got outdrawn eventually. But Library still, you weren't just dead. I mean, turn 1 Jace is usually real bad.
Right.
It's
but
like turn 1
Library
Jace,
was, turn 1
Brainstorm.
Library was so good that I kept pace with him, and there were outs. You know? It took a long time and a lot of cards for him to get in control of that game, and that was crazy.
The other card I'm kind of surprised, like, has never really been checked, like, is, like, Preordain. Preordain just feels kind of like...
Preordain feels broken.
It feels like it's, like, Ponder, kind of, or, like, maybe not quite Brainstorm, but definitely like Ponder or slightly better than Ponder.
And it's funny, because, like, it's better than Ponder, and it's unrestricted. And
I was going to say, you don't get to have the kind of card selection with Ponder that you do.
Like,
with
I know
that card.
everybody loves to complain about Mental Misstep, but, like, if you restrict a Mental Misstep, the first thing I do is flex up the rest of the Preordains.
Yeah.
Like, I can't run.
The
I don't have
Preordains
room
are
for
really...
a full
Well,
slot.
the Preordains are great. I mean, it's just
Right.
a great
Preordain-
magic card.
I
Well,
would-
every other 1 mana blue draw spell is restricted in Vintage, but Preordain
Right.
isn't. It's
I would
like,
rather have 4 Preordain if I
Yeah.
didn't have to run Misstep. Like, it's not even close. I'll play first.
Got it. Good luck to you, bud.
Yeah, you too, man.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I'll keep.
I'll give it a shot. Good luck.
You too.
Yep. The age-old question. Yeah, it's gonna result in
I mean, it was the right call earlier, only because of what was going on.
Yeah, I mean, it's just sometimes you get lucky. I don't know. I'm not sure that I like defend that play. It's just like it happened to work out for you. Good for you.
Right. I mean, earlier when you did it, I happened to not draw another land, and it was like, oh shit.
Yeah. So I mean, that basically hosed you. You probably would have beaten me that game otherwise. So, tough. I like how few of your cards are in a foreign language. I think
No,
not this many.
No, I'm
Yeah.
down to 0.
It's pretty cool.
I decided that it was too much work.
Well, yeah, Steve McGrew was not too excited earlier. My brainstorming, I don't know this card is. 'Cause it's altered too.
Oh, okay.
It's alright. We still have some good games of Magic, so it's all that counts. You're pondering.
I am. I'm in a weird spot. Like I'm very tempted to shuffle, but
Top, take that card in your hand. Sure. Draw. Fetch. Fetch for Volcanic. That's Grandfather's Cage. To be honest with you, this is like the card of contention for me. Like, me and Solly are so close to just not playing that card anymore because it's just like, it gets mental misstepped, it gets like blown up by Decay. It's just like everybody knows it's
I always
coming
feel
and
like
they're
it's
just like
this-
sidestep it.
I feel like it's this safe card. It's a card that makes people feel safe. That
Well,
I feel
4
like,
of is like not.
that I
it's
feel
like,
I haven't lost to that card at all today. It's been on the table during some games where I lost.
yeah, but like last game, you were
like,
buried in library advantage.
That,
Like,
card
was
had
incidental.
nothing to do with why I
Well,
lost.
that's why Brian Kelly designed Inferno Titan Oath. He was like, if my opponent wants to beat me with Cage, I'll just Oath it to the top of my deck, draw it, and just cast it, blow up their little 2/1s or their 1/1s that
Yeah.
I'm giving them, and just attack them with
It's
it.
never.
And he's like, I can't
It
beat
doesn't
me.
even give me a problem in Dredge anymore.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a really
like,
weird.
I was
card.
gonna say
I've got
once I
ways
realized I
around it.
didn't want it against Dredge, I was like, man, people probably don't want this card against me either.
Yeah. With Hollow One and Gurmag Anglers now, if
Did this resolve? I'm sorry, this was on the stack.
That did result. I decided that card did not matter.
I decided that card did not matter. Look at this guy. Just
Well, you know, I'm just being
this
real.
guy's gonna play a Lotus Land Vault Key.
why don't people run Tasker instead of Gurmag Angler?
For me, are they both the same cost? In fact, isn't Tassiger like 5 black instead of 6 black? It's actually a little better, isn't it?
Let me look.
But he's not. Oh, he doesn't have 5 power. He's a 4/5.
Yeah, he's got less power.
They want the power. They want to be able to close the game out. Like Dredge is trying to close the game as fast as possible. It's just a little bit bigger. It also kills a few things that doesn't kill in some like really fringy situations. Like in case they do something, it also kills Mentor like real efficiently and stuff. I think it was part of that was like one of the biggest things. Second card selection spell. You played your land. You're on 6 cards in hand. 5. And you're gonna look at you drew the land, so I'm sure you can play in the top. Probably want to put the other card on the bottom. Yeah. I'm gonna look at it. Assuming it's gonna be top, bottom, draw.
Yeah, it costs 1 less. It's 5 and
Yeah, it's 5 black instead of 6 black, but you lose the power. I don't know. The power for the 1 mana probably doesn't. The other cool thing is like it's too late. Yeah, that's it. Okay, cool. It's too late when you're resolving. Like when you're delving the cards. Like if they let you get to that point, it's like too late, and a lot of times they just lose because you just attack. It also is relevant to killing a planeswalker and the fact that it does another damage. Maybe. I'm just giving you all the situations I can think
With
of.
the fact that like the decks
cards?
that run.
I have 6 cards currently. I'm not saying that I'm right either. That would be a great discussion to have with Kevin Crone too.
Go ahead.
So I'll keep draw. No Pyromancer?
Sure.
Here. I think over all the years of playing, like I've just learned that depending on what deck you're on, sometimes you like just disrespect other decks too. Like in Legacy, sometimes think a big part of that was also playing Belcher. Just like we used to just, I mean, Ben and me, if we were playing Belcher, we're just kind of like there's certain decks you just step on. It's like Maverick's the best deck in the format. Cool, I win a tournament because I can just beat that deck all day. Like it just can't beat me.
You have 5?
5 cards. That's card star. Here you go. If I make it to the finals, I might consider a re-sleeve just so they're pretty. I'm not gonna make it to the finals. Ben is contemplating my demise over there. I can see the wheels turning and clicking together.
I wish I could tell you that was true.
Or the door falling off the hinges, one or the other.
No, the sound you hear is the gears stopped and just kind of like.
I've been playing against Ben for a long time, and Ben's pretty good, so...
Oh, he is.
Usually if there's a contemplation, it's either real good or real bad for whoever's about to face whatever's going to happen.
I think my record against Ben is probably...
Mine ain't good.
I think I might have won 1 match against Ben, ever.
Until the last time we were here, like a year ago, I actually had never beat Mark Trogdon in a game of Magic. A match.
I beat Mark Trogdon, like, at one of the TSI's real recently, and I was, like, more excited than I've ever been, because I'd never beat him in Magic.
Yeah, Mark at the prime of his Magic playing in terms of workshops might have been one of the best workshop players in the world. Yeah, that happens. Both the Druids resolved. Upkeep, draw. Just in case, I don't know what shenanigans. I'm gonna stay in main phase 1. I'm gonna attempt to tear that. Sure. I'm gonna go into Plates Under and I'm gonna move to the combat step. Declare.
17.
Sure. 17, 19. I'll take 3. It's okay, I got these, you're cool. I think it's whoever's on this side of the table, it's their problem.
I'm always gonna forget. I'm so drunk.
I like it, Ben.
This is the truth.
I only speak of the truth. It's real bad.
Very shit-faced.
Here you go. That's okay. That's how you win TSIs, my man.
Sometimes.
Me and Kyle, I think if you win too many more, we're going to have to get a monocle to add on to the top hat. Just put a monocle right there. Maybe we'll just draw it on like Mr. Peanut.
I like that.
That's a scary card. Oh boy.
It's like
Cards, you have 2?
4.
4? Oh jeez. 2? It's
Twice-
like
Twice as many as 2.
twice as many as 2.
You might need new glasses if that looks like 2 cards.
Well, we had them put together, and I was like, I can't. 2, 4? At 2, it's really not scary. At 4, it's like, it could be real scary. Like a scrub. I am the worst. A good thing I'm bad at Magic then.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. Attempt to mental misstep and trigger. This time we'll trigger. I just played this and didn't make a token.
Oh, I'm like, man, I know you missed something clearly,
like, I don't
but
know
I'm
what
like,
you
but
did.
I don't know what it was.
I'm gonna attempt to mental misstep it.
You missed that for life, right?
So I'm gonna be playing like
You get
something.
17, I get a 15.
17, so you're gonna mental misstep back. You're gonna go to 15.
Yep.
Yeah, that happens. That goes to this card pile. Your ancestor resolve. So your 2 cards. Sure.
Go ahead.
And step attempt to flash in containment priest.
cards remaining.
2 cards remaining. Force. 14.
Like, that is a card that I respect.
Yeah, I think this is. I think that this is
that
the
card
best
is
card.
so much better than this card. Like, it's unreal.
No effects there. It's still end step. So untap, upkeep, draw step, draw. Move to the combat step.
Sure.
1, 2, 3, 4.
10.
10. I have a solid pass after that. You're up.
I have seen a lot of people about the flood down here. Who won?
They're still playing now.
Who's playing now?
They're still in game 1.
Frank and Ken.
I would like to play against Frank. It seems like I might be advantaged there, I guess. Not really. The lane deck is actually pretty good against dudes.
Yeah.
Kevin's deck is also fair, and I have a great tournament record against Kevin. I feel like you're sculpting and doing things.
The thing that I do.
It's like I would have stood a lot better chance against either Kevin or you than Ben.
Yeah, Oath is a matchup that can just steal game 1 from you.
Yeah.
So it's really like it's.
Well,
it also depends what they oath up too.
He didn't steal game 1 from me, but then he turned around.
Okay, watch out for the nuggetry. We gotta deliver.
What's up, my
two,
neighbors?
We gotta deliver 2 Jaeger bombs to the fucking champ stat ASA fucking
yeah,
P,
we
dude.
do.
Hit that Jaeger bomb, dude.
Fuck yeah, I'm about to lose, but...
Well, hit the
May as
Jaeger
well
bomb,
be
dude.
sure.
Make
Do
it all
some
better.
shit to this dude. He doesn't know,
He
know
beat
how to
me
play.
He beat me in round 1,
Dude, he's chugging his Jaeger bomb. He's making me look like a damn fool, dude.
Game 2, he's just like, oh, I'll just have turn 1 library. I'll draw
value.
shit. Yeah, he's good at it. I was
Wait,
like,
dude, is it
I'll
that?
high-five
Is
his
it
ass.
that easy, dude?
Yeah.
Why are you hacking?
Apparently, when you have library and
This guy's
draw
a
like
hacker, dude. Shuffle
What the
his-
fuck,
always
dude?
shuffle
Wait,
his
dude,
deck.
probably like literally shuffle the great Sculptini take 2, dude. When you learn from the best,
well,
it's just that easy.
I can't have Yawgmoth's because it's not in my deck, so I can't be that good.
Wait, dude, your
feel like
aspirations
it
are
got
low, dude. Just because it's
Sculptini.
not in your deck doesn't mean you can't fucking play it,
Play
dude.
that card.
Don't sell yourself short, son.
That's when you steal your opponent's units.
No, the two. It's like kind of like the original.
Ring him a roof.
Yeah, ring him a roof that.
Ring him a roof that shit right into play, you fucking baller.
That's still limited to your 75.
75.
God.
76.
And stuff. Containment priest.
Ben's not got 61.
That's Ben supposed to say Ben probably plays a lot more than 61.
This guy's done it.
Alright, play 61.
Yeah,
In
it's
the
good.
business section.
Hey,
Just
put
turn
the
the
lights
light off.
Guys, light.
Draw step.
Who hit the light?
Sure.
Somebody hit the light up there.
So many sideboard cards.
Too drunk to
I guess,
even hear
I guess
that.
I
What's that?
There's just so many cards to fight.
He didn't process. That's fine.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, move to the combat stuff.
You can declare attackers.
Declare. Abrupt decay the priest. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep.
Nothing there, so we're going to 6.
Yep.
You're going there. In phase 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yep.
Trigger. Cruise.
Mm-hmm.
Draw 3 cards.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
You're up.
Explosives at 0.
Put the zeros in there.
cards?
4.
You son of a bitch. Any of them good?
They're all pretty good.
So I was worried about.
Well, that seems fair. I think I've just been lucky that your cards
All your
haven't been
sideboard
hurt.
cards. Like I've had to deal with a lot of shit. I've had actually good stuff. If you look at my cards, they're
I was
all
gonna
good
say, you
cards.
played
Like
a
I've
lot of
actually
great
had,
cards.
I've actually had a significantly
Well,
high
you kept
number of
fuddling
good
with that
cards.
Emerald last turn, and I was like, "Is this just straight key?"
No, it's
I was
just a
like, "Oh
perfect
boy."
grade.
I was like, "Oh jeez." You can be as prepared for Oath as you want, as long as you just don't lose the ball key in the process. I gotta try to cover everything sometimes.
Just trying to make real decisions about life.
Ben Perry quote of the day. Real decisions about life. Alright, man.
Hashtag don't we all.
How many Tundras do you play?
What's that?
How many Tundras do you play?
Many.
Well,
Ben's like,
37.
I play at least 60 islands. Because it is land.
I'm at 6. You have,
1, 2, 3,
you have
4,
5
5
power on board, right?
Yep.
So I'm not actually dead yet. I have a stop button. What am I afraid of? You're fucking miserable cards, that's what I'm afraid of. Just trying to think about what I can actually do. Pass.
Check. Just gonna simplify these down to 1.
Yeah, it's good. I'm probably blow them up anyway.
Go to the combat step.
Sure.
Declare text.
What? Your ass.
Your spirit token.
Bit of
This
four.
goes away. Goes for your mops and go away.
Do you know how much work a reaction
There's going. Land.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Boom. This will be your victory.
Jason
This
Mind
will be
Sculptor.
your
Hold on,
turn.
with that on the stack, there's a
There's a Jaeger bomb that needs to be done.
Alright.
Do it up.
Alright.
You're a gentleman and a scholar, both of you.
You're
Yeah.
not drinking, right? No. Okay.
How's Jace?
Better drink that.
I mean, I'm not fucking happy about it, but that's what you're saying.
Here right now.
Is he good?
Yeah.
Fancy. That card is absolutely fantastic. It can stay there all day. Your turn.
Couldn't be that good.
It's very big.
That's what I figured it was.
Like 4 here, sorry.
Yeah. I fucking love you, dude. I had Force Will, but I didn't have a blue card, so I was trying to like
I needed
decide if
you-
you had an answer.
I have a question.
I
for
really
you,
thought
Ben.
about not playing Priest because I was wondering if you decay the cage just so I could.
I wasn't
flash in-
gonna decay the cage.
I was gonna flash in the
I've been
snap.
holding this card since my
Yeah.
first fucking pre-order.
He's
And
had,
I was just like, I have an answer to cage. I never need to answer
he
cage.
had this forever.
I wanted to flash
So,
in snap and tear this
when,
real bad. and
When
I
you
couldn't.
cast the demonic
Got
tutor,
Mhm.
you were holding Ancient Explosives double force. Why did you get Ancestral instead of getting another Oath and just jamming the Oath down with the
Because of
explosives
mana.
back up? You
I try to walk myself through that, and basically, like,
I mean, you won either way.
I basically look, because if that happens and I blow up the cage, and then he snapcasters the wear
Wear
tear.
tear, yeah. He has
then
to be careful about-
Everything I just did actually put him ahead.
Yeah, he has to be
But
real careful
that
to like, not
actually
destroy that cage. 'Cause I actually get
that
to play
specifically almost happened earlier,
Yeah.
where he tried that, and he snapcastered
I
in
actually
to like
saw him-
flashback,
And I was
and
like, oh,
he
it's a
had
2-1.
cage on the board, and I had to stop him and be like, "No, you got ambush viper."
Yeah.
And
Which worked out, but
I still ended up losing the game, but because of that line of play, and it was a similar situation where I could have done something with demonic tutor. I actually did the exact same thing, and he misstepped it, so it felt like all the blowouts in the world. But the alternative would have been to get an oath and then just answer the cage, and if I did, then he had enough things in his graveyard that still answered the oath off of the snapcaster. And I was like, if I do that and he has a snapcaster, I just invested all of my resources into not having an answer.
That's
and
a
I
good
just
point.
lose. And that basically was like, it didn't work out for me earlier, and I was like, oh, this is the exact same situation from when we played our game 3 earlier.
Yeah.
yeah, it was
Dude.
really good.
All of our games today were the most fun because even earlier we played some games where like I just was mana stuck and I had kind of average-ish hands,
Yeah.
and I was in it the whole fucking game because his hands were just kind of floody, messy, like
Well,
he had answers but no threats.
it felt like
And
you
we
didn't
got
have
to
it. So
play
I played
these really
I
fucking
drew
cool
Jace,
games.
and the choice there was try to dig for force, which I cast, and I had cast a misstep. So it's like
yeah.
I can draw a misstep or a force, and then pitch a snap as long as you can't counter it back. But if I fate seal you and you just straight don't have key because you already cast your DT and stuff,
Right.
it's like there are very few outs to just go get key after you blow up 2 your mana sources where
Exactly.
you just straight win. So at that point I was like, I think I just fate seal, attack for 2, fate seal, attack for 2, and it's like if he has key I lose. If he doesn't have key, like I don't think he can win.
Every other scenario you win.
Yeah, it's like so.
So
I was
it's
like, yeah, I
like-
just like played to the outs. And
It's like
just had it.
clearly I do this thing.
How long did
because
you have?
if-
So did you have key like all?
I
game?
drew it last turn.
Oh, okay.
So, like, I drew key right there, and I was like, I can just play key and maybe win,
Yeah.
or I can play explosives and try and bait.
Yeah. There's no way I was gonna blow up the
Because the thing
explosives.
is if I play the explosives and you counter it, then you actually go up to lethal on board.
Yep.
So I was like, well, there's zero cost for me to just play it.
Yeah, and see what happens. Well, and the other thing was like I knew. So it's funny.
And
It's like
the
it worked
only
out perfect
way I can pass
because
the
I had
turn,
2
basically.
snapcasters that were just straight ambush vipers. So that was the other thing. Is like I was like Jace, do that, and then I was like, if nothing else, I'm just gonna flash in 2-1s and attack, and I'm
Right.
just gonna win. Well, the
Yeah.
other thing is I knew that if you didn't have, you had to have straight vamp or the win. You couldn't cast will because I had cage, and I knew you
Yeah.
didn't have DT.
And
because you cast it.
I boarded Will out because
Yeah, so
it's such a
I knew.
liability.
Yeah,
against
so I
you.
knew like what was going on, and I thought you might have taken this out. So I was like, well, if he doesn't have
I
it, there
hate
are a
taking
few-
it out.
Well, there's no way for
Does
you to
it-
shuffle, and you can't afford to
Yeah.
give me. You can't like play some value card that gives me a dude because I just kill you. So I was like, oh,
Earlier against him, I got into a situation where I had boarded out Will, and like Will would win me the game. I
Yeah.
kind of needed a shuffle.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
drew
Get that win, my
So I
man.
drew 7 of my last 14 cards with the Grizzle
Seven
brand.
of the
One of
last
them,
15. You
oh,
left
15.
8.
Yeah, I left 8 cards. Drew it and drew 8 cards. Had things I could play, but instead kept 8 cards in my hand. So I could
fucking champ!
fucking love you, dude. I won.
That was so sick.
Yeah, I
he
won
got
some
it. in 3.
crazy.
He
like-
ripped key.
I ripped key and then held it and
Yeah, and then
passed.
held it, and then,
like it was
passed,
the
and
most
Jason
stressful
sculpted.
moment of my life.
Win
Like,
this next match, so I feel better about losing.
I'm gonna who
I
is
should have looked at those
And
brainstorm
Frank
cards.
just entered round match 2.
Oh,
you
I,
got it, man.
I want to
Congrats.
play Frank.
Who won, Frank?
No, they're going to game 2.
Oh my god. Well, if you get Frank, I feel like that's probably a win for you.
Game
So I feel like that's really great. Well, good luck, Ben, in the finals, man.
Thank you.
You got it, man. Good
I'm
luck,
gonna
guys.
set this to be back soon.
Awesome games, Ben. Nice.
I'm gonna attack that since I'm wasted.
You